Councilman Foster. I apologize. I got two. I was just giving ladies first courtesy. But go ahead, Councilman Lesich.
I'm all
It's
good.
in order of lights. Thank you.
Go ahead.
All right. I'd like to go back to May 11th. And when we passed this budget, there was a clear understanding by this council that it would require passage of a PA 33 public safety, police and fire special assessment of 5 mils. That was clear. And that motion was made by Councilmember Foster, and it was passed 7-0 by this council. Let me repeat that. It was clear how we were funding it, because immediately after that, we set the date for a public hearing to have that public hearing on June 8th to discuss this and to pass that millage. The mayor that night, after the vote, made a very passionate statement. And what he said was that he had spoken with a 91-year-old resident of this city that had been here for 60 years, and she said, "I will always make it work." What she also said was that when the mayor stood up and raised his hand and took the oath of office, that his job was to protect the city, and that is the oath he took. To come back on June 8th and then not fund this, I think this is unreasonable, and especially when we're talking about the seniors. I think a lot of people here care about them. This senior citizen cares about the services in this city. She will no longer have access to them. My question is, if you felt that way on May 11th and you changed your mind on June 8th and you gave a robocall today with inaccurate information, what changed?
I'll let him finish.
I'm sorry. Wait a minute. I didn't really want to finish. I wanted to finish something else. Your statement that night was that after talking to that 91-year-old woman, that you were comfortable with making this decision on behalf of the voters. You were clear about that. In fact, somebody made a video.
Certain.
And, well, I'd like to play it. Would that be all right with you?
You know what?
Can we get the screen?
We got a bunch of them over there. But at this particular point, I'll answer your question. First of all, you're incorrect.
Oh, hold on.
A hearing of the public is just that, and if we came in here with a preconceived concept, then that means we're violating OMA rights. We were here to hear the public and take public opinion on what they thought. The last meeting we had, which was the public opinion, in the time between voting yes and the time that the public hearing actually occurred, I had been contacted by many, many people, more so than just the people that I talked to.
Mayor, let me interrupt for a second. People in the audience are interrupting council discussion. You are out of order. As the parliamentarian, I'm warning you that you are out of order. Do not continue that discussion. If it continues, I'm going to follow the rules of the council. We're going to recess the meeting, and we're going to have a discussion with those people. If that persists, further action will be taken. Please stop the discussion, which is interrupting council's discussion.
Okay. So, to answer your question, I engaged, as I have since we had our last meeting a week ago, with many, many people. Many, many people came to the public hearing. Many, many people said, we want our votes to be heard. So, with a clear and open mind coming into a public hearing, as I should come in here and sit down, after hearing the people, looking at the vote, and seeing that there were more people in opposition of that vote the last meeting we had than there were for it, that's why I changed my vote. or made the vote. I shouldn't say changed it. That's why I made the vote I made, because I didn't have my mind made up to come in here to vote yes to fund this budget until after I heard these people. It would be wrong for me to come in here with a vote in my pocket already that I wasn't going to cast until I heard the people. That in and of itself, a public hearing, that's hearing the public. So display your video.
Okay.
But I answered your question. I'm a no vote, and I will be one tonight in case anybody else wonders.
Well, thank you. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. So if I can just, I appreciate all your answers. Pardon me? Hold on. Don't play that video yet. I'm not done. So I just want to make sure I'm clear that on May 11th, when we passed this budget, you had no intention or no decision to fund this. Is that correct?
The decision I had was to come in here open-mindedly and listen to the public that was coming out for a public hearing to see what they said. So no, I didn't walk through the door with a preconceived vote of yes.
Okay, thank you.
Looking for,
Can we turn that volume up?
many on this worded here. No sense to assign fault as to how we got to where we are. Our reality is what it is, or became what it was. Did the same this year. Did a lot of praying about this and the right thing, because this affects people. Some to positive, some to not so positive. And I had a phone call from a resident, 91-year-old lady. I had a phone call from many, and they were senior residents, because seniors really are the main people that still have landline phones. And this phone call was really struck me and kind of pointed me in the, to where I really wanted to be, I think. And she's been here, original owner, since the 50s. And one thing that she said was, I've always made it through when there's been something that's been challenging for me or tough for me. I've found a way to make that tax bill. I've found a way to put my daughter through school, things like that. And we had a few minutes of discussion. And what really resonated to me was she said, I remember when you were elected and you stood there and put your hand up and you took an oath to protect the city. The only way you have a community is to protect this city. And that pretty much at that point put it to bed that although I don't necessarily like the way we had to get this, I mean, everybody knows I was in favor of the people coming out and saying yes. I can live with and accept, and I'm very proud of this council and everybody that put all their time into this budget, because the means are justified. So I appreciate all your work. I thank you very much, and I look forward to us going forward in a much stronger, maybe even a more united way from today on. So thank you, everybody. I appreciate that. And
Okay, we don't,
got to appreciate the video. Anybody that can do those for me, let me know. I've got some other ones that they can address. I spoke to many people in between that evening and the time that we came for the public hearing to hear the public. And my vote is my vote.
Okay, thank you.
It's nice that we use city computers for YouTube. Get misconstrued. I found that the last year and a half. That's a lot of what a lot of people that come into this audience do, is then they go back out and they take their take and they pass around information that's completely untrue.
Got to close that one. To be clear, I requested that shortcut be given. So I do not want
By all
any
means,
city.
if you requested it, had to be done. So, at any rate, go ahead. The floor is yours. You make everything pretty difficult, or at least try to, and then try to pretend like you're, So finish your statement.
we don't need comment from the public when council is deliberating.
We're not deliberating.
Please try not to interrupt the council. Council, let's follow our own rules. Let's stick to the issues.
Thank you.
All right. What item are we on?
We are actually waiting for Councilwoman Foster. The next item is to discuss the resolution of the assessment district.
I just wanted to, I got my light on because I wanted to
I
make
know,
a
go ahead.
comment, because there's been several comments made from last year to this year. And I want to let everybody know that from last year to this year, no cuts were made. So nobody listens. Look how, we're showing a video. I respect you wanting to show the video. I'm asking that this council work together. Enough's enough. We sit here and we clap and we nudge each other. I don't show that disrespect up here.
Very good. I appreciate it. Thank you very much, Councilwoman. The next thing we have is a